Greetings from the New York Bureau, kids. Hi there.
Hi, how are
Happy
you?
Friday.
I'm
I'm great. How are you?
good. I saved a love letter because it will also be evidence in my court case when I am charged with sexually harassing you. Because I don't know, people seem to. I try to make it. You just said that you found out you're eligible for a vaccine, and I assumed your underlying condition was the penis reduction surgery you had to have, but you said no, that was not.
No, that was not it. No.
Okay.
No. But thank you for bringing up that embarrassing chapter of my life. I was very young, and I was confused, and I tried to join the Republicans, and they said I'd have to go through that process.
Right.
So I'm not proud of it.
Aha.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but they took off a few feet.
And you said, and you also said that's what the last.
You make me
That's what,
talk like this every week, woman.
you said that's what the last election was: penis reduction surgery. So that's
Yes, our last election was America had penis reduction surgery, and thank God we all show high turnout for that penis reduction, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we were all America's Moyle in the history books.
All right. So I've been and the good news is I'm going to be able to sexually harass you in person on tour sooner than we had thought, thanks to President Biden.
Think so.
Okay. But I'm just saying, it's a whole new era with this whole Me Too, and I take a lot of now for sexually harassing you. I've been doing it for years, but I'm just saying.
Stephanie's part of the Who Me movement. The Who Me movement. That's you.
Me. Who me? What?
Mhm.
I have it. Listen, I'll make sure it's an all-female jury. There's not a jury in the world that will convict me. Lori writes, Steph, secret true confession. When I read a novel with a love story, the man I see in my mind is always John Fugelsang. Flowing hair, tall, beautiful face, and, descriptions of those parts of his anatomy. Oh, and I read those books before I go to sleep at night. Sweet dreams, all. Lori in Colorado, who will back me up. I believe the jury's verdict will be whatever, pretty boy.
Yes, we've all known for a long time that romance novels are porn for women. It's the same service to the brain. That amygdala, horny little devil part. Yeah.
Okay.
Man. Okay. Can we move on from
Yes. Yes.
my apparatus? Thank you.
How much better was comforting Daddy than screamy Daddy? It was his speech.
Oh.
His speech was just perfect. I thought. What'd you think?
I mean, what a week, what a week. What a day. Just Wednesday alone. Wednesday, the House passed the American Rescue Plan. The House passed the Protecting the Right to Organize plan, which is a major piece of pro-union legislation. Yeah. Merrick Garland was confirmed. Marcia Fudge was confirmed. Michael Regan was confirmed, the first black man to run the EPA. The Dow is up to 32,000. Biden announces we're buying 100 million more Johnson & Johnson vaccines. Michael Cohen had his 7th meeting with the New York DA. And Donald Trump Jr. is doing so much to keep cocaine out of the hands of young people. It was an amazing week.
He really is, single-handedly. What is he? Oh, he's training for Revenant 2, electric Boogaloo Cocaine Bear.
Oh my God. This rescue plan is so compassionate. Lou Dobbs is screaming at all of his undocumented housekeepers and landscaping people with extra rage today, screaming at them all.
Okay. All right, wait.
You can still afford them?
Since you...
Yeah,
he got a good tax cut.
Yeah, since you brought up, you're right. Exponentially, it is a better week for us, the worst week it is for Donald Trump. And you are correct. His own former acting defense secretary, Chris Miller, everybody's trying to CYA now, right? Said he thinks then President Trump's speech the morning of January 6th helped spark the attack on the U.S. Capitol. He said, would anybody have marched on the Capitol and tried to overrun the Capitol without the president's speech? He said he thinks it's pretty much definitive the violence wouldn't have taken place if Trump hadn't spoken. It seems cause and effect, he said. Well, he's in the crosshairs for the Pentagon not sending the National Guard. So everybody's turning on Trump now because he is the mastermind, right?
That's what this period's going to be. On the one hand, welcome him to the Stacey Dash Club here at the finish line. But also, the best part about it is not just that everyone listening to your show is going to have a better day today and tomorrow and the next day than Donald Trump, but now we get to really watch them all turn on each other. I mean, what happened with Trump and the RSC alone this week was amazing. Like when you have a cult of selfishness that finds an emperor of selfishness, they're going to eat each other. And right now, I mean, Trump sending the Republicans a cease and desist letter, Do you know who has sent cease and desist letters to Trump? Like the Rolling Stones, Pharrell Williams, Rihanna, Tom Petty's estate, Phil Collins, Aerosmith, Linkin Park, John Fogerty, REM, the OJ, Eddie Grant. Eddie Grant sent a cease and desist letter to Trump. Eddie Grant. And they were all ignored. And now they're trying to capitalize off each other. The RNCs try to sell merch of Trump still because no one's buying Hillary and Obama merch anymore from the RNC. No one's buying anti-Joe Biden merch. And Trump at the same time has a PAC so he can pretend to raise money for the Republicans while really raising money for his own checking account, which means hookers and defense attorneys. It's beautiful. Let them eat each other.
John, we were saying that, I hate to say it, but the degree of racism and misogyny we have in this country, you sort of got, even though it was awful how they hated Obama or hated Hillary, but I think they just don't know what to do about Joe Biden. Regardless of how you feel, it's hard to hate him. He's such a thoroughly decent guy and doing just provably such an amazing job. I think his approval ratings are showing it, but they don't know what to do with that.
Even if you weren't a fan of Biden in the primaries, I get it, I understand. But even those, I always said that he was probably. I called Biden-Harris in early 2017 as the most likely ticket, and the fact with Biden was that it took a moderate to beat him. If it had been Bernie or Warren, that would have been great, but we know it would have happened. The whole campaign would have been about socialism, not about Trump, because we went with.
And
Biden,
now we get socialism anyway. Yay!
Yeah, and it's really hard for them to spear the old white guy. Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
And I don't know what Trump's gonna start bringing Derek Chauvin on stage with him at rallies. Just wait for that.
My God.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you tweeted Larry Kudlow and Kayleigh McEnany distancing themselves from Trump on Fox Business right now, chuckling about how their former boss would ignore their advice before gracefully segueing to how Biden has dementia. And then I realized I was screaming at a TV and changed the channel. I mean, they just seem lost, right? About what to do. Tucker Carlson's going after women in the military and getting his ass kicked by like every woman in the world in the military or on Twitter, right?
Oh, and by a lot of men in the military too, yeah.
Right.
And this is Tucker Carlson, who served on Dancing with the Stars by sitting in a chair while a real dancer danced around him. He was the first one to be
You're right.
to fall.
He didn't even serve. He didn't even serve on Dancing with the Stars. You are correct.
No,
he didn't serve
not
a
at
second
all.
episode on Dancing with the Stars, but that was an acceptable loss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is why you got crazy. You have festering Mitch's House of Deflections, where they've got to talk about Dr. Seuss and lie about Dr. Seuss. They lie about the Muppet Show. They lie about Mr. Potato Head because outrage is all they have. If these people are so anxious for Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head to have genders, then they should be fighting for genitals. Your child can stick on them.
Okay.
That's what I've been fighting for years. Hasbro
Yes.
won't even open my mail anymore.
Yes. By the way, if you hadn't, Tucker. What did Tucker Carlson? Oh, Tucker Carlson said pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military. While China's military becomes more masculine as it's assembled the world's largest navy, our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine. Whatever feminine means anymore, since men and women no longer exist. Again, this is a mockery of the U.S. military and its core mission, which is winning wars. Tammy Duckworth won Twitter. She just said, Tucker Carlson. While he was practicing his two-step, America's female warriors were hunting down Al-Qaeda and proving the strength of America's women. Happy belated International Women's Day to everyone but Tucker, who I can even dance better than. And we all know it was his female partner who did all the hard work. Oh, my God. Bam. Bam.
The funniest part of Tucker's one episode was that they sold him as like a war correspondent journalist, but he literally sits in a chair while the dancer, he's a conscientious objector to Dancing with the Stars. He ran off to Canada.
Oh, my God. Yes, just for those of you keeping track, he did not serve in the military. He attended St. George's Prep School in Newport, Rhode Island, in case you were wondering, before he inherited the Swanson fortune. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, seriously. You also tweeted, be sure to not thank every single Republican in Congress for this when you get the chance. I mean, and they're on cue already trying to take credit for stuff that's in it, right? And saying stuff like, well, just because I'm for one thing doesn't mean I have to vote for the whole thing. Oh, I see. But you're just going to take credit for the parts that you like anyway. Right.
Donald Trump just spent 3 years riding the expansion recovery wave, eating cheeseburgers. Donald Trump just spent 3 years taking credit for Barack Obama's unemployment rates, and now we see the winged monkeys doing the same exact thing here. And they're still trying to say, oh, well, Democrats are taking credit for Operation Warp Speed. Everyone needs to shut that down. The first vaccine, Pfizer, had not to do with it. And what good is having a vaccination plan if you have no vaccine distribution plan? I mean, like literally that, yes, they were able to get it, but Trump never made a plan to give the vaccine to people because he was probably too busy trying to find a way that he could take a piece of it.
And Pfizer was first, and they weren't any part of Operation Warp Speed. I mean, it's so insane, him trying to take credit for, I mean, we were saying that I think even the Biden administration, John, was shocked that there was just no plan at all. I mean, not that it was bad or not being implemented. They just didn't have any plan at all.
But Stephanie, people are saying that by no longer being president, I have saved the U.S. economy. I have saved millions of American lives, and I think I deserve a lot of credit for leaving. Okay? I think I deserve more credit. People are saying my phone calls to fix the election prove there was voter fraud, and I think I deserve credit for proving I was right. Okay? I mean, he's got to put out statements that no one reads, because Twitter has kneecapped him. Folks, John, don't be afraid of Donald Trump. Let him suck the blood of the GOP dry for the next 3 years.
Yes. Can I just say your impression, everyone does a Trump impression, but yours, which is as you describe it.
Oh, my yes, I don't do a Trump impression. My impression is, oh my God, the material.
Marlon Brando.
I worked on my Marlon Brando, hooked on Adderall with a terrible cold.
Yeah.
And that was my impression. Lady.
That's some of the classics you will see in the Sexy Liberal 10-year anniversary special.
Oh, no. No, you won't.
Just went on sale this morning. You don't know what archival footage we're going to use, so there.